I am stunned that we've watched what we have the first half of this season and there hasn't been significant movement in and out. We stuck with pretty much the same squad from the back end of last season, minus the best player that we had. We've rolled with it. Players who wear injury risks have picked up injuries and are out for a significant number of time. Some of them quite key players. I mean, I'm looking at Brad Walker. I'm looking at Regan Hendrick. I think that's potentially two of your starters in midfield that aren't there. Norris, rumour he could be back for the weekend, but again, not match fit. Getting older, picking up knocks. Is he going to be reliable? I honestly thought we'd do a lot of wheeling and dealing. I wasn't expecting us to sign 4 players and no one go out, but I thought, right, are we going to try and do something like, could we have got John Coleman maybe to take Sam Finley, which would have freed up a significant wage? And that's, I know Sam is getting a lot of stick at the moment, some justifiably, but I think he is a good player in the right team. We've clearly not seen the best of it. I think it doesn't look like it's going to be a good fit. So could we have maybe wheeled and dealed there, got Gillingham to maybe take his wage on and used a significant wage to bring something else in? Sads Khan, we're paid, like, I'm pretty certain he's on a good wage from Swindon. Could we have sent him back and wheeled and dealed? Because I know people said, oh, he had a good game the other day. I'm just not seeing it with him. I think he makes a lot of sloppy mistakes. So to not move anything else is surprising. I mean, I'm not expecting a queue of clubs for our players, but I think you can actively encourage them out the door, some of them. Carlisle have managed it. They're in an even worse position than us, and they were able to get players out the door and obviously get some in as well. Some, to put it bluntly, a whole new team in. But yeah, to sign no experience, no like real wow factor player. I mean, again, I'm really hoping the lads from Man United, and I'm hoping Jake Garrett step up and do that. But it's a lot of expectation they place on their shoulders. We needed proven quality, like we did when we were in League One and we got the James Vaughns, the Peter Clarks, the Andy Cook, Woodyard, like that. That was exactly what we needed now. And we probably needed like 4 of those caliber in, and yet move some out to try and free it up. I mean, we've ended up with the same strike force line that is the lowest scorers in the league, that have consistently shown they're not going to score goals. So what are we hoping for? We're hoping that this new lad comes in, beats 4 players and puts it in the top corner. That's basically what we're hoping for, to try and solve the goal scoring.
It worked last year with Apter.
It did, yeah. Hopefully lightning strikes twice. Is the club's recruitment good enough to do that? Or yeah, I'm not astonished, to be honest, because I've seen how inept this club has been run the last number of years. So it wasn't a huge shock what happened on deadline day. I think I actually did call it later in the thing. We'll be back. It'll be like a couple of 18, 19-year-olds on loan at the last depths, and that's what it was. But to see so little movement in and out when we're just dying a death, I think is so poor. And again, I look to the ownership of that, and they would say, oh well, we're selling, but no, you're custodians of this football club. You've said that hundreds of times. You've charged fans the most expensive season ticket in the league on the promise of we're going for the playoffs. Well, we're not going for the playoffs. We're struggling to stay in the Football League, and you're just sat there doing absolutely naff all about it. And again, I said I wasn't going to go into the ownership, because I'll end up saying stuff I'll probably get a lawsuit for. But I hope they look in the mirror and they're thoroughly ashamed of the way they're treating this football club.